Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz and I want to thank you for being here for this tutorial. We are going to talk about the Microsoft Office 2007 ribbon. This is something new. If you're making a transition from Office 2003, one of the probably most difficult parts of this is making that jump to the ribbon because it's a lot different than what you're used to. And it's the kind of thing you can figure out. It just takes a little bit of time. I liken it to you go out and buy a new car and they've put the steering wheel on the opposite side of the car. Well, that's sort of what they've done with Office 2007 by introducing the ribbon. Now, just a couple thoughts about the ribbon. When you have software that you're selling, you can only change it so much. There's certain fundamentals you have to follow. And when Microsoft makes a decision to come up with a new version, well, they've obviously got to make it look a little bit different or people frankly wouldn't buy it. Even if it has better tools and things to work with, most people aren't going to upgrade. Now, as I record this, there is now a new beta version of Microsoft Office 2010. And I suspect what a lot of people are going to do is if you haven't already upgraded to Office 2007, I suspect a lot of people are probably going to wait for a variety of reasons. Big reason being the recession, the fact that we've gone through a tough economic time. A lot of people have held off. I would say, based on my estimates, probably 60% of my students still use the old Office 2003, and that's the most prevalent version. So let's just take a quick look at the ribbon just so we can see some of the subtle differences between what Office 2003 and Office 2007 offers. First thing I'm going to do is I want to take a look at what you're most likely accustomed to. This is the toolbar from Office 2003. And next, I'm going to bring up the ribbon and you're going to see some differences. So let me bring that right up on the screen. Here is the ribbon. And the ribbon is different from the toolbar in the sense that on the toolbar, we have some drop-down menus. By clicking on File, you'll have something drop down. Edit, View, you'll have things drop down. Here, in this version, or the ribbon, instead of having menus, we have what are called tabs. And if you can imagine this Home tab, where all these items here that are on this tab sort of take the place of what would be in a drop-down menu. So what you have to learn in the ribbon is you have to learn when you click on a different tab and all the things that it brings up, what is there, what are you able to use, and compare it to what you're used to doing in the previous version. This version, Office 2003, is almost identical to Office 2000 should you be a real late adopter to the newer version of the software. But Office 2003 and 2000 are very similar. But making the transition to Office 2007 is, in my opinion, dramatically different. And it just takes a little bit of time. One of the other things I want to draw your attention to, and what we're going to talk about in a future tutorial, is this little area right here. This is called the Office button, where normally you'd click on File to do things like save something or print something. Now it's with the Office button that you're going to be clicking on this to get different aspects. And honestly, when I first started using it, this little button is something that I just thought was a decoration. It took me a little while to get used to the fact that you could click on that. So when we start getting into the ribbon, we'll start to take a look at some of these different ways of working. And it just is like anything new. You got to get used to it. And there are going to be certain things that you're going to find frustrating because you're used to things being in a certain spot and now they're not. And as we explore the ribbon, we'll take a look at some of the new features in Word, or Office I should say, and we're going to use Word to really illustrate those. So my name is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you for being here. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for being part of these classes.